week. I'm just going to quickly do a sound check and also check that I'm streaming properly. I'm going to attempt to be doing Facebook and YouTube at the same time, so I'm just seeing if things are looking good. Actually, yes, I think I might have cracked this streaming to 2 places at the same time, like I had troubles last week. So please, if you're on the comments, do pop along, say hello, let me know how the weather is, let me know obviously if you can hear me. This is what we're going to be playing with today, so I'm just going to continue just quickly checking that everything is okay and working. Okay, I'm live on YouTube. Hello if you're watching me on YouTube. And am I live? Am I live? Am I live in Facebook? This is... I don't think I'm live on Facebook. I may have to try and fix that another time. Okay, yep, so if you are on YouTube, do comment and let me know. I don't know what, I have no idea why the Facebook isn't working. Oh, it says I'm live. Let's have a look. Let's see. Oh, I think I am live. Okay, I've got some people in here as well, so do keep an eye on your comments and say hi. I haven't got that same box with the comments yet, so I'm gonna give myself a love heart because I managed it. So Helen, hi Pippa. Helen's saying it's working. Excellent. So this is what we're making today. Sorry about those technical issues. I just had to make sure that I wasn't just forgetting everyone. I'm going to move a few things around, so I do have 2 screens, so I can move some of my screens closer so I can keep an eye on the comments. That would be a good thing. And the sun is in and out today as well, so it's yeah. Hi Debbie, she's on YouTube, and hi Audrey. Oh, Texas. So yeah, the sun is in and out here, so it might get bright, it might get a bit dark again. I'm hoping it's still streaming okay on YouTube. I think it was YouTube that had a few problems last week as well, so hopefully we can just kick in and straight it'll just start working. We had a little bit of a bumpy ride last week, but then it sorted itself out, it was all fine. So here we go. I found the bit I need to be at for the comments because I want to be able to keep an eye on both. I found the section where it will give me both as well. Right. Just read the comments here. Hope you're all having a good start to your week. Mine started off really busy. About 10 to 12, I had a phone call from the school saying, could you come and pick your daughter up? She's not feeling well. So, yeah, ordinarily I'd walk up and go and fetch her, but I sent a taxi to come and bring her home. There's loads of security checks for all of that as well, the registration and everything. So she's home, she's in bed, and we're all good to go. So we're going to be making the Alice in Wonderland album today. I do actually have a couple of other albums that I have made. I'm going to have to climb on my desk because I've been running around for the last half an hour sorting my daughter out, so just climbing. Right, we have this album here, and we also have this album here. Whew, didn't fall, that's good. Right, so these are my 2 Alice albums. These were using the paper collection Alice in Teal. This is made with the large, this one is made with the small. So Alice in Teal, which is this paper collection, is not available anymore, but we do have a new 8x8 collection as well, and there are tutorials for both of these, so I'll be sharing those on social media, so you have the tutorials for those, but you can easily find them on the Simply Made Crafts YouTube channel. So let's pop those over there. and today we're going to be playing with the medium album. So I have some of my pages already done here. So Helen's saying it's very cold up in the Lake District. Yeah, it's not too bad here. My chickens are laying eggs again, so I'm pretty happy about that because it's the 4th year now, so they are getting old. We are down to just the 1 chicken, so we need to buy some more because you're not really supposed to have the 1 chicken. So yeah, unfortunately we lost Heather and Tiggy in the autumn of last year. It was quite sad actually. So those were our lockdown chickens. Okay, so we're going to have the medium album today, and we have here a 20% off Simply Made Crafts all this week. There we go. I believe the discount is added at checkout, so when you go into your basket, and you can see all the breakdown of everything. So if you're a VIP, you get 10% off on top of that. So yeah, that's pretty good. So that is for a week. I think that finishes on Friday or Saturday. The date is actually on the Craft Stash website in the offers section. It will tell you where all the offers end. So we still have a few more days, and this is going to be part 1, and I'm going to be doing a part 2 because it's a big album that we're making. Part 2 will be on Thursday, so I want to get all of that in the 20% off, so you can choose all your discounts, because I'll be using the medium album die set today to start this off. Here it is. Includes the page die and the binding. And then I'll be moving over to this die set here, the spine and book cover. That's going to create our spine. Here it is on our album there. And on Thursday I'll be moving over to the Midi album die set. Now the Midi is the older style album. It's exactly the same size as the medium. It's literally just a name change and a slight change in the die set. So it's slightly different from the Midi, but it's exactly the same size, so the additions will work. So if you are on YouTube, I have an itemized list for everything here, so you can just click in the description box. And the Midi album die set additions has page mats, stitched page mats. We have this beautiful edging here, lovely emblem there, and we have a waterfall element here as well. Lots of things to play with. There's loads of metal in this one, and pockets and belly bands, and a word that says family. But anyway, that is for Thursday at the same time at 12:30, and I'll also be using today the fabric paper in the gold finish. That is also a really good thing here for the spine as well. So it's just the Simply Made Crafts products today that are in the 20% off. I need to go back to the comments now. I need about 5 screens, I think. All this toing and froing and then clicking on the wrong window. Yeah, I do that. Where am I? This one. There we go. Sorry Pippa, she feels an expensive shop coming along. But if you just want to start off with just the 1 little album to get you started, I mean, I know some of you have all of them, so you can literally just buy the paper and all the things that you see here that are like nicely decorative. So but if you are brand new to this, just go for the 1 album, and this will work also with the disc bound collection as well. So I've started off my pages, so let's do our next page. We're going to be jumping straight now into the tutorial. So I have here 5 already done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's have a quick look on how I have done this. So these are the papers. I think they're really lovely. Yes, that is supposed to be upside down because it's this corner and then the top corner. So I guess it's Alice in Wonderland. So a few things are going to be upside down and back to front. Then we have this page here. So this is an 8x8 paper collection. You only get 12 sheets in the paper pack. So I have got the entire bundle, and then I've got 1 extra pack of the paper. I rarely use 8x8 papers for my mini albums, but I'll make an exception if I really like the paper. I was hoping that you'd get more than 12 sheets because I think this was designed more for card making, but for mini albums, and if you've made them before, you know it's paper, 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 and lots of card. It's just lots of everything. So I got myself 2 of those. I've almost finished the first pack, and I've got my second pack ready to go for finishing off the albums, because we have pockets, we have inserts, and we have this beautiful ephemera as well. So just keeping an eye on all your comments again. So Debbie, can I help you with anything? Because you said you've got different sizes, or several pieces, but I accidentally got different sizes. Please let me know how I can help you to make something out of this today. Like what have you got? Or if you're missing something and you need to get something, let me know. Because what I'm making today can be made with any of my other albums. So Helen was also surprised it only had 12 sheets. Yeah, I'm used to working with these massive 12 by 12 pads with like loads and loads of paper to choose from. So you literally have to use your favourites, and I've even done some patchwork here as well. So I've been using the offcuts to make these. So let's make our our last page. Then we will work on the binding. So I've already done some prep work here already today. So let's grab the die you'll be needing for that. So to make one page or one pocket page, you need this die here. Die cut 2 of those, and then what we're going to do, so let's just overlay this the right way. There we go. So I've got that cut out already, and then what I want you to do is trim off this side piece here, so it's the longer out of the 2. So this one is slightly shorter at the top, so trim off that one on both of them, and that will give you a side loading pocket page. And you also get the page matte die. I prefer to just manually cut it, but if you just want to run your mats through, you can do. It's a lot easier if you just manually cut it though. Just get your paper trimmer out. So I'm going to fold those over. I'm hoping you can see it's quite bright. So I'm keeping in with the theme of the white pages. These albums here, I've used the white pages as well, so I kind of want it to tie in with these 2 albums, and I think that it will tie in beautifully because I'll have the middle album here. As you can see, it's not going to look odd. Plus we have the extra flowers, the floral element there that wasn't in the first lot of papers, the Alice and Teal papers. So I'm just keeping an eye out here for what Debbie says. I can see a lot of the comments are coming in from Facebook actually. I can get rescue hens, it's just a matter of getting them here, Pippa. I'd love to get some rescue hens, but they would have to be really local to me because we don't drive. So yes, Helen, I'm going live again. I'm just going back to all the comments that I've missed. Yes, it's going to be a part 2. Okay, so Debbie says she has inserts for one size and small pop-up photo medium album die. I'm not too sure if those are the proper names. So small pop-up photo. I will have to get the die sets out. Debbie, would you be able to private message me on Facebook, and then I will sort out kind of which ones if you're missing any. So a lot of the recent die sets that we've had out for the mini albums are like add-ons. So we have the small, medium and the large as the basic albums in stock, and then we bring out a whole load of add-ons so that you can jazz up and make your albums feel new again. So I'm going to be using some glue here, bookbinding glue. This is still out of stock, so I'm hoping the big shipment will come in soon. Another really good one is Cosmic Shimmer as well. So I'm going to add glue now to both of these. I'm sure you can get on with the tutorial. So let's get these glued together. So I'm adding glue to that tab here and to this one. So I'm just doing a zigzag. I'm not too sure if the lighting's going to pick that up. It might be a bit bright, but I'm going right up into these corners just here. Oh, Debbie's also she's got the Portrait Album die set edition, but I don't know what size that goes to. That's the Portrait Album is the small album. So if you have any editions, then for that one it will work with the small, and they will all work together. If you have the old Portrait, the small and the Portrait editions, all those three will work together. So I'm going to glue these two together now. So I've alternated those tabs. I'm going to line this up here. My brain is still going at 100 miles per hour trying to sort that taxi out. So slow down, calm. Everything's fine now. So I've got this now done. So we have here our pocket page. So our insert will go in this side and then our binding will go on there. So this is our last page. So let's move over now to the binding, and then after that we're going to work on the covers. So here we have the binding that is included in the medium album. All of the albums now come with the binding included in the main die set. So when you buy this now, you can make one complete album without having to buy any extra die sets. But if you have the older die sets, you will need the small or the large binding, which is separate, but it's all pretty much the same. So those bindings are not available anymore. So the only way to get the bindings for this now is in the die set. So you need to die cut one of these and 3 of those. So I've got those ready to go. So let's layer those. So they do have score lines, and there is a notch on there. You may have noticed there is a cutting guide notch here. This is if you want to have your album on its side. As you can see, it corresponds with that notched line, and then you just trim off the top section, and then you can have the medium album on its side. Now, I do like to mention that every time. So just fold everything down. Hi Anne, she's in Woburn, Massachusetts. Oh, it's nothing serious, Anne. She has she was feeling a bit unwell over the weekend, and now she's got a little bit of a headache still. So she knew I was coming live today, so she thought she'd better get in early, otherwise, because my phone goes on do not disturb when I'm live, so she did think ahead. But yeah, there's my husband as another emergency contact, so the message still would have got through. There we go, and one more. So these are all of the binding strips that the page is attached to. If you are new here, there are tutorials on the Simply Made Crafts YouTube channel. I'm on the Helen Griffin UK channel at the moment, but there are loads of tutorials on this channel as well, but it's easier to find them all on the Simply Made Crafts channel, and that will show you how to make all of the different sizes. Right, so let's start with our first strip. This one goes in the center just like so, and there are actually different combinations that you can do, which I'll be getting into. I have an album just up there, I'll get it down in a minute, where you can just have the 2, or you could just have the 1, or you can play around with the spacing depending how close, or if you have a load of bulky stuff in the middle, you can send them outwards like that. So this is an album that I'm working on at the moment. It's a little sneak peek here. So I've only got, if I keep these together, just one in the center. So it's just this one here. And then I've got loads of flaps and things to play with. So this is an album that we'll be making together. That's using the small. So I wanted to show you some variations in using your binding strips for that. So let me know what papers that you'd like me to decorate that album with, because that will be one of our next projects. That will be a fully wrapped cover as well, so we'll get to use my book binding kit as well. So this one is going to go straight in the center and try and get it as central as possible, because if any of these go on wonky, then your pages will be wonky too. So try and get it as straight as possible. Now I couldn't really put any guidance lines. I do like to use guidance lines and score lines where I can, but on this one they would be visible, so it is literally just trying to get this down as straight as you can. But the more often you do this, the better and more accurate you'll become. You'll get really good at this. There we go. So I just need to check my quality of my streams again, just to make sure that we're all still good. Looks like we're all still good. So Helen's asking, is this a new design coming? Well, not really, because we'll be using the small album. If I can just grab it here. There we go. That album I just showed you, that was using the small album, and I literally just changed about how I put these binding strips in the spine. And then I switched up some of the pockets as well, but that's all within using this die set here. So I absolutely love albums, so now that I've got all of the die sets, I want to be able to show you exactly what you can make with them, and lots of different ideas as well, because there's so many different ways that you can use these album dies. So I just want to give you as many ideas as possible. Now this one here, I didn't go right up to the top and it's poking down at the bottom, so I'm just going to trim that off. That's absolutely fine. Let's trim that off. And don't forget, there is 20% off all Simply Made Craft products this week. So it's a Simply Made Craft sale week. That excludes the latest releases, but everything else is good to go for the 20% off. So I'm just going to exercise these binding strips here. So press them one way, turn them all round, and then press them down that way. And do the same again. This just creates that backwards and forwards for these binding strips. It does make it a lot easier to do that first. Right, so let's set that aside and work on our covers. So we're going to be making the covers, as this is part of a series. I've done these covers a little bit differently, where I've just got my grey board and I've literally just covered them with the paper, so it has bare edges there, but you can ink those if you want to, and those are going to be stuck onto these outside tabs here. So I have 6 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these 2 outside ones are going to form the front and the back cover. As I said, there's loads of different ways that you can pop these albums together. So yeah, lots more video content coming. Right, there's lots of conversations here, so let's just catch up. Okay, so Helen's asking about making a notebook and lined paper. You can quite easily buy your own lined paper in loose form, like A5 or something, but I do have a new stamp. You could stamp it as well. I think my printer even prints me lined paper, and you can buy it. You can find templates as well. If like try canva.com, you can find templates there on lined paper and grid paper and things like that. So yeah, have you checked out all of the tutorials for the twist and pop as well? I know Sam also has some tips on her YouTube tutorials for her twist and pop die sets too. So Yeah, but let me know if you carry on having any trouble with that, and we'll see if we can help you. I did actually have a spiral bound album that I used the twist and pop in, so that could help too. So these are the front covers now, and I've got some grey board here. I've linked the grey board that I used down below. It's 1mm thick, and on this channel, I think this on my Simply Made Crafts channel as well, there is a video where I show you 3 different ways that you can cut this. So it is quite easy, especially as it's only 1mm thick. So you just need to start off with 2 of these, measuring 6 3/8 by 5 5/8, and you're going to be needing some double-sided tape as well. I've got this linked down below as well. I love this one. It's my favourite for doing this technique. I've just got a little cover decoration as well. So on these, add your tape to both sides. So I've done that and added the paper to one side. We're only decorating one side first, so let's set that aside. Let's do the second side now. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to grab my ruler. If you need to print double-sided, just take the paper out, turn it over and stick it back in again. I know it's a lot of extra hard work, but you can actually do that. So okay, top and bottom, and then we'll do the middle. Now these grey board sizes match the size of the pages completely, and then press that down. The thing is, like with a stamp though, with these large stamps, I did design a grid stamp, and it was A5, but it didn't there were loads of it printed patchy basically, so we had to kind of make it a bit smaller. So the best way to do it is just to print, or to find a paper pad, like the pucker pads. They're pretty good. You can tear those, they have the perforated pages, you can just tear those out and then make your notebook from that. Or you can take out an exercise book, take a scalpel to the inner bit, or take the staples out and trim it up to the size you want as well. So you can always do that if you're making a notebook. So mine is how to decorate. So this is what I'm hoping to be doing with all of these lives now, is just to give you all this ideas and things of what you can do with pockets and adding index tabs and things like that. So hopefully week on week we'll build up a nice skill set, I'd say, on decorating. So we have these 2 here. So I'm going to choose my next piece of paper, which is going to be here. We're going to glue this one on exactly on the 2 sides. So I want this bit at the bottom. I will have this as excess to cut that off. And I am actually starting a large disc bound album. The first video will be pre-record, but I may do lives after that one, where my sister's just given me the photo, so I'm just going to get those printed off, and then we will be ready to start decorating that album as well. She's given me about 100 photographs, so we'll do our best. It could be 2 or 3 parts for that one, but I want to get in lots of interaction, lots of pockets, stamping, journaling spots. I want to leave places for her to add her own information as well, her thoughts and things like that. So she's given me all of the basic information. So I'm going to start on this bottom corner here. I'm just going to try my best to line that up. I don't know if Lynn Clifton is watching. I just want to say hello to her if she is watching on the replay. I do have a line stamp. Let me just fetch it. Otherwise we'll be like, oh, I've got this one and I've got that one, and you'll be like, which one is it? Here it is, it's the new one here. Nope, that's not the one. I've got to make sure I get you the right one. Here it is. So these are A6. This came out with the disc bound collection. So we have lined here and we also have the grid there. And you may even be able to find stencils as well, journaling stencils that will help you out. So we have here, these are A6, and you'll be able to do the grid and the lines, and they are open at the bottom as well, so you can switch it round and carry on if you're doing A5, and that's with both of them. See, we've got the border all the way around, so if you are making your own notepads, you can use that. Right, so let's grab our craft knife. I need to change the blade in this. This does come with spare blades. So I'm just going to cut this out. So this is one of the easiest ways to make a hardback album. There we go. Keep this paper is precious, so because you don't get much of it. So keep all of these offcuts here. And that is our back page done, our back cover. So this is going to be our front. This did have a little bit of that queen doing her thingy bobby pointing, but I'm going to cover that up. I'm going to add that on the front, but we haven't got to that stage yet because we have to do the spine cover. But we're going to add these now to our album. So let's add these on first. So these are going to fit onto here. So I'm just going to gently peel back some of this, but not all of it. And then I'm going to fold it. I'm going to use my pokey tool, it's much easier because this grey board is quite fibrous. Some adhesives, even if you've pressed it right in, can have a bit of trouble there. It wants to lift up without sticking to it. There we go, just fold those back, and then this is going to be glued on there. So this is going to be, get your orientation right, so this is going to be the back, so it's easier to get it in the right place and then turn it over. And also try not to do things upside down as well. And I am just going to add a bit of glue. Just to the outside. I'm going to leave the inside alone completely. No adhesive is going to go on the inside bit of this tab. And then glue that on, and that should give me a little bit of wiggle room as well. And once you're happy that that's lined up, you can press that down. And there we have our back cover done. And don't worry about all this section, it's going to be covered by that gold fabric paper. So let's do the same with the front. So we're going to pop that one on there. So let's turn it around that way. Exactly the same, just fold it up, fold it over. If you take these all off now, you're going to stick it to yourself and it will stick to your arm or something. That's okay, Debbie. These are saved as well, so I might be live now, but after this you'll be able to go back and pause it, replay, go back and do whatever you need to. So yes, you'll be able to find this live on Facebook and YouTube as well. And possibly even eventually I will re-upload these as a live replay on the Simply Made Crafts channel as well, because I do like everything to be in one place, because some people aren't aware that I have the two channels, so they're looking for something and they don't realise that there's another channel. So let's get this one popped back on this side. So again, this is the easiest way to add your hardboard covers. If you don't want to do that full wrap thing, then this is the easiest way. And there we go, we've got our covers put on now. It's not looking like much at the moment, but once we've got our pages added and we've added on our gold spine cover, it's going to look really good. So let's start with our back page now. As you can see, it's important to keep these covers on. We can't cover the back yet because we were still working on adding this to it, but we can then work on that next. So I just want to get the pages popped in now. So I'll try and answer some questions because this bit is a little bit repetitive. I'll explain firstly what I'm doing on the first couple of pages, and then I will be free to answer some more questions. So we have here the back page. This is going to slip on. Try and get it on sideways or in the horizontal position like this. If we're gluing on pages like this, it's going to want to not turn very well. So get this on. So you'll literally just see the score line sticking out here, and then you can line this up with the back page of your album. There we go, and press that down. I think I might have got a little bit wonky on here, but I think we'll be all right. It's matched up the best we can, so do exactly the same on this one. Now I've got all of my pages in order because I have decorated and matted them beforehand. And I'm starting from the back and I'm working my way forwards. So take our second one. So this one has the paper now, and we're just going to slide that on and then line that up with our back page and then press that down. There we go, and then carry on. So I'm trying to work out, should I use patterned paper for the inside here, or should I just go for cardstock? I know there's a stamp set I can actually stamp onto plain cardstock, just to kind of get a monogram sort of mono look. So that is going to go on that way. Let's have a quick look and see if there's any questions in the comments. So Vicky's working on a disc bound album and cover. Using paper bags. You stole that idea from me. Don't worry, don't worry. I've got some paper bags too, so maybe we could do a collab. I've got some paper bags that I was going to add the disc binding to, so that actually might be a great collab if you fancy doing that, Victoria. Just let me know. Lynn, you could join us. Excellent. Oh, Monday fish and chips. Did you get the fish as well? That sounds like a really nice Monday tradition, that is. Oh, hot dogs. Oh, fantastic, Victoria. Let me know and then we can arrange it properly. Because then hopefully maybe we could release our videos at the same time as well. And then leave links in our description boxes to direct people to the next video. Okay, so let's get this one down. So did you get all the trimmings, Lynn? Onions, mustard, ketchup, or is it just like a Savoy on its own? Oh, Lynn, you've been to Hobbycraft. Oh, bottle lights and tea lights for painted jars. That sounds really nice. That reminds me, I have some bottle light bulbs. It's like the light fitting that you would get for a lamp, but it's got like a bottle stopper at the bottom, so you can make any wine bottle into a desk lamp. So you just pop it in and then screw in your light bulb, put on your little lamp shade, you can plug it in and go away it goes. So and that's what I've done with a few old bottles of wine. So you can get some really nice bottles. So onto our last page after this one. This should all be lined up nicely. This is the most time-consuming bit, I think, that's quite repetitive. So as you're making albums, you'll find stages are just almost like a conveyor belt where you're just repeating and sticking and doing it, but it's quite therapeutic as well at the same time. But some of this I do, as I've pre-matted a lot of these, I've just prepared as much as possible first. Or don't worry if you don't drink wine, I'm sure you can nab a wine bottle off somebody. Oh no, Victoria's dropped her Pringles on the floor and the dog's got them. Oh, they are fast, aren't they? They're straight in there. The minute a bit of food gets on the floor, that's it. Sorry about that, Vicky. Oh dear, hope you've got some left over. Oh, she said all. Oh dear. So there is our front page now. So we can flick through now. Got all of our pages down. There we go. Just need to mat those. And then that is our album. As you can see, that is coming together really nicely. So let's have a little play now with our spine. So I have here some gold texture fabric paper. Love this. It's got craft finish on the back, and I've literally just popped this in the sink of warm water. I've scrunched it up a few times. I probably could have scrunched it up even more, and then I've left it out just on a towel to dry. It dries pretty fast actually. So fabric paper, you can die cut this, you can sew with it, you can wash it obviously because I've got this wet as well. So it's got a lot of nice properties to it, and you can do some sponging and inking, and you can stamp on it as well. So we're going to be using this today for the spine. So let's move over to the next die set here. There we go. We have this extra long piece here. This is so it will fit all of the albums. It goes up to the size, the large size. Where did the die set go for that? Here it is. This is the die set, the spine and book cover accessories set, and you even have the corners as well there. And these are quite big, so you can layer up and really make some nice mats there for the front of your album. So we're just going to be using this one today, and we're going to trim it down. But I'm going to show you how to be economical, because this album is only 6 3/8 high, so that's kind of how high I want to die cut this. So I just need to move my little big shot out of the way. So I'm thinking I'm just going to cut that there. Sorry if it's really shiny and glary. Yeah, we'll do that. So if you really want to get a nice worn look, stick this in the washing machine with your washing, just your ordinary washing, and it will come out a lot more creased, just like this here. It's a lot more creased there. It's got more of a faux leathery look. So I'm just going to run this through just like that. So my washing machine tends to fold these sheets. I don't know why it folds them up, but they come out with lines where they've been folded, so I just hand wash them now. It's my new washing machine from a few years ago, when it was new, that it started doing that. My old washing machine, it came out fine, lovely, but since I had my new hot point, it just folds them up. So it's a shame though that it doesn't do the rest of my washing, but it'd be nice if everything came out folded, eh? So we're gonna just trim down this to the proper size, and I am just gonna get out my big paper trimmer, because I know exactly where the 6 3/8 is, because a lot of paper trimmers have this no man's land and it can be really hard to get the measurement you want. So that's 6 3/8. Cut that, and there we have our spine cover. I do actually want to reinforce these 2 outside lines, and I think the deal of the day is actually this. It's $9.99 today, and you get the bone folder with it. So this scoreboard is the deal of the day at Craft Stash, and yeah, $9.99. So I'm just reinforcing the 2 outer lines, so that's at 3 inches at 1 and 1 inch. Yeah, it folds the fabric sheets, it's so funny. Yes, it just folds your sheets as well. It would be even better if the dryer did it as well, a folding dryer. That would be even better. But yeah, I do tend to fold as I go along anyway, so I don't have a dryer. So I love to get my washing out on the line. So I'm just folding these 2 outer score lines, and then just get your finger in there at the back, and then you can just bend those. That will curve. If you put a little bit of pressure on there, it will curve that there, just like so. And let's do a little test run. That should fit on there, just like so, and cover our book. And if you push the pages in, it will take the shape of that as well. You don't have to add any glue in here at all. But that is how that will work. So I am actually going to use a bit of extra help with some double-sided red tape. This is the Craft Stash brand. I can't remember if it comes in a pack of different sizes, or you have to get them individually. I occasionally get a care package from them, so I will have to look this up. So I'm just going to add a bit of the red tape right up to that score line. I'm wondering what Victoria's saying now. She's put a little sicky face. Ah, sour cream. Do you not like sour cream? That's the green one, isn't it? I love the sour cream one. It's definitely an acquired taste, I think. I hate Marmite, but I will have the sour cream. Pringles. The paprika ones are quite nice too. Bit of fluff there. Oops, I think I just chopped into that. Do be careful. No one will notice if you don't say anything. Okay, so I'm going to press this down. If you have a thinner one, you could possibly get another one on there, but I think I'm just going to, yeah, this may take a little bit of time for it to all set if I use just the glue on this edge here, so I am going to add a bit more tape just so that I know it's down and that it's not going to move about, because there is a little section here. It does annoy me every now and then. I think it's this one here. Can you see this? This annoys me. This little bit here, where it's raised. There's another one there. This one's bigger. I keep trying to, I might have to try and get some glue in there, but that bit always comes back up again. And I think it's because I didn't use tape down that side. Uh-oh. Drop my tape. I have a carpet. There's always a risk it comes back with extra bits if I drop it on the floor. And this red tape is super sticky. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare having a carpet in your craft area. I used to joke with my kids when they were little about when we'd buy the boxes of broken biscuits, and there'd be literally just the leftover broken biscuits that didn't make it into the good packs. And so what they do is they condense it all down and sell it in bundles, in boxes. But I used to say to them, yeah, they've just swept the floor of all the broken biscuits and put them in the box. You know, for about 5 minutes they believed me, but yeah, you kind of got to say, no, I'm only joking. I'm hoping that's not true. It was just a joke. Oh, you always notice it. Oh yeah, Lynn's just said she notices this bit here. Oh dear, I think the back's all right as well. I guess it adds to the old used look, I guess. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue on there. That's going to give me a little bit of wiggle room, and that's going to keep it down for the long term. And I think, because I've got the adhesive, the tape adhesive right on the edge there, I think I'll be all right. But you can be annoyed if it goes wrong. So I'm just going to pop this on here. I'm going to line up this corner here with this corner here. Get that straight. Do the same on this side. There. Start in the middle. Press outwards. I think also because this is really creased, it naturally just wants to lift up as well. But there we go. That's perfect, Lynn. Look at that. If in doubt, use the red tape. And then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. This one might be slightly trickier. These things are so static, they just, yeah, they stick to you. Okay, just add some glue. I've got about just under half a bottle of this left, so it needs to come back in stock. Okay, so I'm just lifting this back, the front cover up. I'm just going to try my best to line it up. It will poof out in the middle. There we go, just there, it will poof out there. Just hold that in place. Very gently line up this line here with the corner there. I am a bit wonky, I think, but I think we're all right. There we go. And then press that down. That should flatten it out nicely. And there we have our front cover done. Pretty much. We just need to decorate it now. But that is the skeleton, the bones of the album done. So I am going to carry on a little bit longer today just to add a few more finishing touches, but all of the decorating and the fun will be happening on Thursday. Okay, so I have this here. I will give you a measurement. This is using one of my offcuts. So this measures 2 1/4 by 4 3/8, and then I've just matted it in 1/8 increments. That is going to go on there. So let's have a quick look now at the ephemera, because that's the next thing I'm going to be using. So I've just popped it into this little wallet here. Ideally I'd like a little tray to put my ephemera in, and I did actually choose some bits. So I'm liking this Alice here with those flowers, and we have some corner pieces here. I'm going to use those as well. And there's just loads of things. There's always time for tea. This one was a nice one as well. That almost made it on there. And then I've got all these little teeny tiny things. I've got the cups as well. The little cups. That might go. I think I had the eat me and drink me on here, on this one. Drink me, eat me, and also the cards. So oh, let me know in the comments if you managed to get hold of the original papers, the Alice in Teal. I'd love to know how many of you managed to get your hands on that. Got butterfly as well. Oh, here we go. Got a crown. I'm just putting a few aside here to keep my options open for when I'm decorating. Oh, got drink me. Got two little drink me's. I didn't eat me. I don't think there is one though, unless I've missed it. But we also have here in this collection, let's have a quick look through the whole collection now. We have foil toppers, we have stickers, we have a stamp set. These are all available individually, but you can get these as a bundle. And then we have one pack of the 8x8 papers, and these are foiled. Some of them are foiled as well. So if you're making this album, definitely get the 2 packs. If you have any leftovers, there'll be plenty more things in here for you to make some cards as well. So don't worry about having extra paper. Having extra paper is not something I've ever had to worry about, because I've always got extra paper and it doesn't make me feel worried at all. So we've got that as well. So I might just use that. Oh, we've got the pink one too. So always audition your bits and bobs to get you how you like things. Try a few things out. Let's try and keep tidy. Right, I need to get myself a nice decorative tray, I think. So I'm on my eyes. My eyes are on a lookout for that. There we go. Right. We'll keep that one out as well. Got a little sentiment there. We can have a little play. So I'm going to be using some little foam pads here, just adhesive thingy bobbies. Let's pop this on first. I'm going to cut this up. I can make these smaller. So don't be afraid to trim up your foam pads if they're too big. Looks like it might rain outside. It's a good job I don't have any washing out. I was tempted. Stick these in the middle. The more support you have here, the better and sturdier your project will feel and look. Okay, let's put that on. Oh, should I put the corners on first? I think I'll put the corners on first. And I'm just going to put these on flat because I don't want them to kind of get caught on things. So I want those edges to be glued down quite nicely. And I'll be taking photos of this as well, so you can see the progress that we have made today, and I'll be popping that on my Facebook page, the Helen Griffin, and that is going to cover that little section there of the Queen that's pointing. Don't get stuck to me. Thank you, Debbie. She's saying this is looking gorgeous. It's really pretty, I think, this version with the pink flowers, the floral features. I just think really make it really nice. Get that corner down. Yeah, Lynn made an album with the Alison Teal. Sorry, yes, it was before Helen's time with us. It was a gorgeous paper pad. It had lots of cutouts as well. So it was literally just the paper pads. It didn't have any stamp sets or anything else. It was literally just the paper pads. I think it was 8x8 and 12x12. Okay, so let's get this. So I'm going to stick something in here just to get this level. There we go. Gonna pop that on there, and then after we've done this front cover, I'm just going to do the inside as well. So here is what I mean by audition your bits and bobs, so that you know that you're happy with it. It's just a dry run basically. You don't know, there's no commitment here whatsoever just yet. So we're going to pop her in the middle, and then I'm going to have probably that off to the side. So let's make her a bit lower. So it's just getting all your spacing sorted out. There we go. And then we have, oh, the hat looks quite nice there. Then we'll have a pocket watch. We have a butterfly. I might just leave those out. I might save these for a pocket. That might be a bit too busy. Yeah, I think that's too busy, but we can actually put one of these on, I think. So we have the small one and we have the larger one. I think I might, oh, that's a difficult one. Let me know, guys. The big one or the little one. I wish I had a medium. I need a medium one. Or we could take that out completely and pop that there instead. Oh, we got a smaller hat. Maybe that might go. Nope. Or we got a teapot. I might stick with the teapot. Let me know, teapot or one of these. So Sparkles is saying the big one. Victoria's saying the big one. Helen's saying small. Oh, have a good day, Pippa. We'll see you again on the replay. Yes, it will stay on my page. So, oh, there's such a mixture now. Lynn's saying the little one. Debbie saying the big one. None of you is saying the teapot, so might take the teapot off. So, let's count the votes. Big one, big one. Oh, we got 2 big and 2 little. Oh no, 3 bigs. Oh, three bigs, 3 littles. We could take the teapot off, the teacups off. Maybe pop this here and put the little one there. Maybe. I like the teacups and I like the hat at the bottom. So the key is not to get carried away and take this too seriously, but it's the front cover. It's got to look perfect. I don't know if anyone else feels that way about things, but I can just pop that there. Pop this one that way. I think I will keep it at that because this big one here balances out with the hat, and I am going to use the foam pads. I think I will use this one. Just trim them up. Big, big, big. Is that enough votes now? Yes, we're going with the big one. Might use 2 little small ones on here. It's always good to have a nice combination of different sized everything. Have all the choice, just have all of the choice. You can't go wrong where there's choice. Okay, let's put another one here. I think I'll do a long slim one. There we go. Is that going to fit on there? Might do. Trying to keep tidy as I go along and throwing away my wrappers. There we go. Can you see how much more interest adding the dimension does? I need to grab myself another lot of pads. There you go, I've got a whole different range there that I've cut into. Okay, let's get Alice down now. You'll find that I do go quiet every now and then. I'm not that sort of YouTuber that cannot stop talking. I might talk fast every now and then, but you will get silent patches from me as well, because that's how you know I'm chill and I'm getting into it. So, and also I don't want anyone coming off this video with earache. I've had that before. It's not nice. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that down there. I think I might need a bit of support here. That does bend down slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop this in half and then make a double decker, because it's double the layer. I've got a layer here and a layer there, so I can double decker these together. This is the bigger one, so we'll do that one first. It's going to get a bit fiddly because these are tiny. There we go. I'm just going to pop this little guy under here, and that should give us the support for that end. There we go. Press that down, and there is all of our dimension. It's like decoupage. Really like that. So let's have a quick tidy now, because I've got my little bits and bobs everywhere. So I'm going to cut some cardstock next, and I'm going to choose a stamp. I've decided I'm going to do a mono page of just black ink stamping, no colouring in, just black ink stamping on plain cardstock. I'll choose a colour. I think light blue might be good. I don't have a lot of light blue left. I used a lot of light blue in my last launch. I have one left. Oh dear, is this the right blue? I think it is. We're going to do that. So we need to cut this down into 2 pieces, and that will measure 5 5/8 by 6 3/8. Let's tidy this up. I am going to get my big paper trimmer out again, because I know where that 6 3/8 notch is. So that's 6 3/8, and then is it 5 5/8? That goes up to 5.5. So I'm not using that because of no man's land is there. Just gonna move over now to my next trimmer, and we'll do 5 5/8. Right, so I'm just looking for a spare piece of paper. I've been using these for embossing. Oh, that's got glitter on. Let's put that away. Oh, I think we're good. Yep, we'll have this one. Gonna grab out some Versa Fine in Onyx Black. If you have the Memento Black Tuxedo, that will also work. And I'm going to need a stamp block, but let's choose our stamp first. Oh, we could do Queenie, Drink Me. I want to go for something large, so I think I will do the rabbit, maybe. Don't go the hare. And you also get the outline dies for this as well in there. That's pretty handy, so you can have a lot of fun. If you love colouring in, this is going to be absolutely perfect. If you don't like colouring in, then this, what I'm going to show you right now, is going to be really good. Let's go for this one. We'll go for the hair. Oh, but then we've got the Mad Hatter. Oh, I want them both to match, so the front and back inner covers need to be the same. I'm going to go for the Mad Hatter because, yeah, we can't get enough of the Mad Hatter, so we'll have him. And grab a block. I've got a few things in the way here, but we'll do our best. And I'm going to stamp off the edge as well, just to get that ongoing pattern. There we go. No colouring in either. And I'm just turning my ink pad, sorry, my stamping block, just different orientations. And I'm making sure that I get him stamped off the edge as well, because that really helps with the continuation pattern. It can be random as you want, but try and keep all of your spacing even. One little bit here. There we go. There is our first one done. Let's do one more. It is really tempting to switch out and use a different stamp, but I want that continuity throughout the book. I do still use Chloe's foam. Let's have a quick look. Here it is, very well loved. It does actually give you a better stamping surface, so let's see. There we go, you probably see. It gets rid of all of the unevenness. There we go, and just a little bit here. Maybe just the cup. And his hand. And there we go, we've got two there now. And there are actually some smaller stamps here as well, like the wrong way. That could also be popped in as well. So I'm just going to keep an eye on the comments. Oh, is Lou here? If you're here, Lou, hello Lou. Okay, let's get these glued down, and if I do have anything overlapping on anywhere, I can just trim them off with a pair of scissors. So here's a quick dry run that is going to go on there, and that is going to cover this grey board completely. So let's take the rest of these off. I'm going to start in this corner here, so I'm still able to kind of do this, and then I'm going to get this straight up here, semi-commit, and then I'm just going to double check down this edge here. That all looks good, and then press that down. And then if you do have any, I have a little bit here, but you can just get some ink and just ink the edges. Like take one of the, I love these new brushes. Obviously I won't use brown, maybe a blue might be alright, but just ink the edge there, and that will hide any little boo-boos. Right, so that is our first one. Let's do the last page, back cover. These can go in the recycling, though my cat likes to play with them for a bit. Oh, Debbie, all you've got to do is really just press it down with the bone folder, get that all that adhesive right into the fibres, and you should be all right. But then again, some backing papers are easier to remove than others, so. And if you want to have any metal corners on there, you can add that too. That really will help with the everyday use of this album as well. And there we have our album base done. We've done a little bit of decorating. Let's have a quick look through what we've done today. We've made the pages, we've added them to the spine, we've done the grey board covers and decorated them front and back. I can even add a bit of dimension on the back here, and we've also done the gold spine as well. So everything that I have used to get to this stage is listed down below in the YouTube description. I have left a link in the Facebook chat for the Alice in Wonderland paper pack, but for a full itemized thing, you don't even have to be a YouTube member to look at the description boxes. So that is all listed there if you want to look for specific things. If there is something that I've missed out, let me know. And don't forget, there is the 20% off discount. It's Simply Made Crafts week at the moment, so we get 20% off, and if you are a VIP you also get the extra 10% off, which is super duper exciting actually. So if there is anything on your list, do make sure that you have that added, that is on your wish list. And before I go, don't forget to join me on Thursday. So let me go through the die sets we're using for this complete album. So we're going to be using the Alice in Wonderland complete bundle with one extra pack of paper. We are going to be using, or have used, the medium album. On Thursday, we've also used today the spine and book cover, and on Thursday we'll be using the Midi album die set editions, which is the same size as the medium. And if I find any other mini album die sets that we can create interactive things, I will make sure that I have those added on Thursday as well. So that's going to be at the same time, 12:30 on Thursday. Let's pop all these back. There's loads of metal in that additions thing. That additions is really handy. I think that's my favourite additions die set, just for the pure amount of shapes and dies and pockets that you get, and I love this one as well. So that actually does look really good decorated as a Christmas album, which isn't too long actually. If we're coming up to the summer, all of the Christmas things come out, so it's going to be very exciting. So here is the album, another flick through. So if you're on YouTube, it's all listed down below, and there is a small link in the Facebook comments as well. I need to decorate those. I'll have everything ready now for Thursday for us to carry on with our decorating. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the questions, and then we can all move along with the rest of our day. So if you have a quick question, just quickly pop it in here. I'll be around for a couple more minutes, and then I will say my goodbyes. Yes, the editions I believe is still available. That is linked in the YouTube description box, and it's called Midi, M-I-D-I, which is the same size as the medium. And Helen's also asking, what double-side stamp? How do you mean double-side stamp? I'm afraid I don't have a storefront, an Amazon storefront yet, but I probably should do. Oh, Glyn, I'm glad that you've enjoyed this. So you've had a nice day already today with your hot dogs and chips and alive. So Debbie's asking if she has the medium and small album die sets, do I need to purchase the binding separately? Not if you have the small and the medium. If you have the portrait or the Midi, you do need the binding, but that is no longer available. That's all sold out. But those two first albums, the Midi and the portrait, will work with the small and the medium that has got the binding in that you need. So it will work with those. So if you have any of my older sets, they're fully compatible with the new sets, the small, the medium and the large. Double-sided tape. Yes, that double-sided tape is listed in the YouTube description as well. I think you mean this one here. I think you might mean this one, but this is also on the Craft Stash website as well. You get the same amount as what you would on the bigger rolls, but it's just a smaller inside inner ring. And then on Thursday, I'll be asking you guys what shall we do for next week's project as well. So I'm going to have to start planning that soon as well. So yeah, so she means the this one. This is on Amazon. That is linked down below too. Oh, yeah, this one. There is a slight delay. Will the binding come back in stock? I'm afraid it won't. No, not unless somebody accidentally orders it. So which it's got big notes on it not to reorder, because we have now transitioned. It just saves everyone having to buy lots of different die sets to complete one album. Now that we have all of our albums with the binding included, it's you know, it's all there. You can make one project from the one die set, and it just makes it so much easier. But as I said, it's all compatible with the previous die sets. Okay, so it is almost 2 o'clock. Oh, I think my mum's coming round at 2. I better go. She rang me this morning and asked if she could come round so I could help her with her photographs, so she'll be here soon. So I had better go. And everyone have a great week. I hope you've really enjoyed this one, and we'll be back again Thursday, and then again on back to our normal Monday as well. If I have time, I would think I might want to go live on Thursdays as well. So it all depends on the project. This is perfect because it's a two-parter. So if it's a one-parter, we'll see. But it doesn't have to be albums, but I would like it to mostly be albums. So thank you, Lynn. I'm going to teach her how to use the laptop and uploading photos from her camera. So fingers crossed. I'm hoping you're all thinking of me while we do that, because she's 70 now. But she does get about. She can just whiz around in her car and do all these things. And yeah, definitely. Just been on a cruise, so she's very active. So she can learn. She'll be able to do it. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Have a great week this week, and I'll see you all again Thursday. And don't forget, it's 20% off Simply Made Crafts this week as well. So that's super exciting. So I'll see you all on Thursday. Bye for now.